Hey everyone, welcome back to Six Sisters Stuff. Today I'm sharing with you the most basic recipes that anyone could make in their Instant Pot. So my name is Kristen. I am sister number 2 from sixsisterstuff.com, and every Monday I share with you a new Instant Pot recipe. Now today's a little bit different since there are so many people that got a new Instant Pot for Christmas and they're just trying to figure this thing out. So if you've been subscribed to me for a little while, I'm sorry, this is more of a basic video, but if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and push that bell so you can get the notifications every time I post a new recipe. So if you're ready, let's head on over. I'm gonna show you how to make some easy, basic Instant Pot recipes that everyone should be using their Instant Pot for. So the first recipe I'm making is Instant Pot baked potatoes. Now I took 6 potatoes and I poked holes in it with a fork all over the potato. Next, you're gonna take your Instant Pot. I have a little trivet in there that came with it, and fill it with 1 cup of water. Next, you're gonna put all your potatoes on it. Now, I've cooked up to 10 potatoes in my Instant Pot at one time with this setting, but today I'm just gonna do 6. Then when you're done, go ahead and put your lid on. Make sure it's sealed all the way. Then you're gonna turn your little knob to sealing. I like to push the pressure cook button or the manual button. You're going up to 13 minutes. So when the timer was done, I let them sit in there until all the steam went out. So I let them release on their own. Go ahead and pull the lid off when all the pressure is released from your Instant Pot. So I took my potatoes out with some tongs, and I just want to cut one of these in half so you can see how good they are inside. Yeah, they are all the way cooked through. Now you can serve your baked potatoes with as much or as little things as you want. My family loves chili. My daughters love sour cream with a little bit of green onions sprinkled on top. You really can add so many different things on your baked potato. All right, the next thing we're gonna make is frozen chicken in the Instant Pot. Now, I'm gonna show you how to do frozen, but I'll tell you how to do thawed chicken too. So you put your chicken in the bottom of the Instant Pot, and you're gonna add 1 cup of water or chicken broth. Then go ahead and put your lid on. Make sure your knob is turned to sealing, not venting. Then you're gonna push the pressure cook button or manual. You're gonna go up to 20 minutes if your chicken is thawed, but because it's frozen, I'm gonna go to 25. Then you're just gonna let it sit there and it will turn on. Now when your chicken is done, I do a quick release, meaning I turn the knob quickly, and when the steam is all out, I take my lid. Now if you can see, this chicken is so tender, it's literally just falling apart. So this is my new toy that I got for Christmas, are these bear claws. If you haven't seen these, they're amazing. So I'm just gonna pull my chicken out of my Instant Pot and put it on my cutting board so we can get ready to shred this chicken. Now these claws are awesome. Now if you don't have these claws, obviously you can chop it up with a fork, or you can stick it in like a KitchenAid and shred your chicken that way. But shredded chicken, chopped chicken, this is the best way to cook chicken, is in your Instant Pot. All right, next recipe, we're going to make some beans. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of water, 1 pound of green beans, and then on top of the green beans, I'm gonna add just a little bit, like a teaspoon of garlic. And go ahead and put your lid on, make sure it's all the way tight. You're gonna turn it again to sealing, so it will pressurize, and you're gonna go all the way down to 5 minutes. Now I cook mine for 5 and they're really well done. You can even do 2 minutes and they'll still be good. Now when it shows the L, that means that the timer is done and you're ready to let the steam out. So that's called a quick release. So I turn the little knob. Once all the pressure is out, my lid will come off and my beans are ready to go. So all I have to do is mix them around a little bit. Now one of my favorite things is when the garlic pressurizes, it kind of pressurizes the garlic flavor into all of the beans. It's one of my most favorite things to make. So these beans are done and we are all ready to serve. So I like to serve them in just a serving dish, individual bowls, however you like to do it. They are delicious. All right, for the next recipe, we are steaming vegetables. I love steamed vegetables in the Instant Pot. So first you're gonna add 1 cup of water to the bottom of your Instant Pot. Now you can put a strainer, you can put a steamer basket, you can put even a springform pan, or you can put all your vegetables just in your normal Instant Pot pan. I like to use a steamer basket, and you can dump as many vegetables as you want into your Instant Pot. That's one thing I love about the Instant Pot. You can add a lot. Okay, we're putting the lid on, turning it, make sure the knob is on sealing, and we're gonna go down all the way to, 1 minute. Now once you set the timer, go ahead and walk away and it will do the rest. Now when the timer is done, go ahead and move the knob to quick release and take your lid off of your pot. Your vegetables will be perfectly done. Now, one reason I love using a steamer basket so much is you can use a handle, you can pull it right out of your Instant Pot, and I just want to show you these vegetables. These carrots in 1 minute are so good. They're not too hard, they're not too soft, they are perfect. The next recipe is I'm going to teach you how to cook ground beef in the Instant Pot. Alright, so I'm going to start with the 3 pounds of ground beef. Yes, that's a lot of ground beef, but I'll show you what I do with it later. So I'm going to put my little trivet in the bottom of my pan. Then I'm going to add about 1 cup of water, because you have to have the liquid in order for it to pressurize. Now it's time for the meat. Now I've put this on my counter for about an hour. It's still really frozen, so I'm going to break it apart so I can put it in pieces in the Instant Pot. Now if you need to break up your meat into a few different pieces, it will still work. You just want to make sure that your meat is below the fill line so the lid will go on your Instant Pot. Now I'm just going to hurry and go wash my hands, and then it's time to put the lid on. Now you want to make sure that it is sealed all the way and turn the little knob so it's on sealing, not venting. Okay, so I love my manual button or just a normal pressurize, pressure cook, whatever your Instant Pot says, and we're going to 25 minutes. Now when your Instant Pot's done, it will start counting up or it's releasing on its own. I let it release on its own for about 10 to 15 minutes. Turn the knob over, there's no steam to come out, so I can take my lid off. Now I wish you could smell my kitchen because it smells so good right now. Now it looks like it's still like a brick of meat, but don't worry, we're going to turn it into ground beef and it will really look ground up. Okay, so I'm going to take my 2 big chunks, and if you have multiple little chunks, put them all into a bowl. And the first thing I did is cut it up just a little bit. Now this is cooked together like a meatloaf really is cooked together, so you have to split up the meat, and doing this, it was the easiest to use a knife. Then, once I cut it up into big chunks, I got my chop and stir. If you don't have one of these with your ground beef, I highly suggest getting one. They're like $6 on Amazon, and it's my favorite. So I just chopped up all of my meat, and that really is all there is to it. This is going to be my new way of cooking ground beef, and I am so excited. Now I just have to show you that all the grease literally dripped to the bottom of the pan, which makes it a whole lot healthier. Okay, now 3 pounds of meat is a lot, so I'm splitting it up into 3 different 1 pound bags. So I'm going to freeze 2 of my bags that each have 1 pound of ground beef, and then I'm going to put 1 in the refrigerator because I am making taco soup. I love having ground beef just sitting around all cooked, ready to go. Then if I need to do a quick meal of tacos, taco soup, something that is so simple that has ground beef in it, I can just grab it out of the freezer and I am good to go. The next Instant Pot Basics recipe is Instant Pot rice. So I'm going to show you how to do the white rice today. Now I'm not picky about my rice, I just got this at Kroger, and then this is the brown rice that I buy. Really, I buy whatever is cheapest. Now you can make your rice different ways. You can use oil, you can use salt, but I just use 2 simple ingredients, which are rice and water. Now there are recipes that call for oil and salt. I'll also put those in the description below for you so you have all of your rice recipes right in the description. Okay, so on to the recipe. I have 1 cup of rice that I rinsed until the water ran clear. So this is my cup of rice, and I'm just going to put it right in the bottom of my Instant Pot. And I know I should probably use a spatula or something, but my fingers are clean and it just works for me. Alright, next I'm going to add my water. So for 1 cup of rice, I like to add 1 1/4 cup of water, or chicken broth, or any type of liquid that I want to cook my rice with. The most simple basic recipe is just water. So 1 cup of rice to 1 1/4 cup of water. Now I like my rice a little bit softer, so that's why I do 1 1/4 cup. Okay, we're gonna put my lid on and make sure your knob is on sealing, not venting. Now, if your Instant Pot has a rice cooker, you can push that, but if it doesn't, you can just do manual or high pressure. That's what manual is, it's just high pressure. So because I love my manual button, that's what I'm gonna push. All right, so with white rice, we are going down to 8 minutes. Now you can go as little as 4 minutes, depending how you like the texture. I like it really soft, so 8 minutes it is. Then let the rice release on its own for 9 to 10 minutes. Then when you're done with the 9 to 10 minutes, you switch over the knob to venting, and it should let out all the rest of the steam. Then you can just pull your lid off, and it will be a little steamy, but your rice should be fully cooked. Now this is how I make the sticky rice. I love sticky rice for recipes because it's just a lot easier to eat. But if you add a little bit of oil, it will make it a little bit harder so it won't stick together. And I'll put that recipe in the description below for you. But for me, I love my sticky white rice. And the last recipe, I'm showing you how to make a whole chicken in the Instant Pot. First, you're gonna put your chicken right inside of the Instant Pot. Now, if you noticed, my chicken is completely frozen. So if you thought it's gonna be a little bit different time compared to how I'm gonna cook it frozen, but I'll show you both. Next, I'm gonna add 1 cup of water right on top of my chicken. Now, you can season it with whatever seasonings you want, but I just really want the chicken breast, so I am just cooking it this way. So make sure your knob is on sealing, and you can push the meat or stew button, but I'm gonna push manual or pressure cook and go all the way up to 50 minutes because it's frozen. If it's not frozen, you can do 25 to 30 minutes. Now when you're done, you can let it release on its own, or you can do a quick release. I want to eat quick, so I just flipped it on over. Once the pressure is out, you can lift your lid up and your chicken should be all the way cooked through. Now my chicken was a 3-pound chicken. If you're doing a bigger chicken, like a 4 or 5-pound chicken, you might want to go up to 60 minutes to make sure it's all cooked all the way through. So I pulled it out, put it on a plate so I can shred it up. Now if you want your skin to be a little crispier on the outside, you can broil it for a few minutes to make it nice and brown and crispy. Now I want to show you how tender it is. The wings literally fell off into the pot. Thank you so much for stopping by on Six Sisters Stuff and my Instant Pot Mondays. Now, if you want to see more Instant Pots, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and push the bell so you can get the notifications. Now, if you are new to the Instant Pot, I'll put a link in the description for the best things to cook in your Instant Pot. Those ones are really easy too. All right, you guys, see you next time.